All my life, I have been terrified to fail. I was brought up in a loving home where sport was such a focus. My father was a professional golfer. I remember going to play golf one Sunday morning and we passed a church. And as we passed this church, people came out. And I said, "Mum, Dad, who are they?" And they said, "They're Christians." I said, "Well, what are they?" And they said, "Well, they're nice people, but not for us." So my whole childhood, I grew up believing that Christians were nice, but not for us. When I was at school once, a man from the Gideon Society came to our school and he gave out little New Testaments, little red books with the New Testament in it. And he gave one to each of us and he told a story how in the Second World War one had stopped a bullet because it was in the pocket of a soldier. I love James Bond, so I put this book in my pocket. Walked around school for months with this book in my pocket. A couple of months later, I broke my arm playing rugby. And whilst my teammates went out to play, I had to sit in a classroom and I didn't have anything to read. So I took out this little book. I came to Mark's Gospel and I read from the beginning to the end this incredible account of Jesus' life. It made me furious. If this was true, if this guy existed, if he did the things and said the things that this book said he did, then why had nobody ever told me about it before? About 6 months later, I sat in church and I heard for the first time an explanation of the cross, of why Jesus died. And I realised at that moment that all my life I had turned my back on God. All my life I lived for myself and not for Him. And that Jesus would die for me broke my heart. That morning, March the 12th, 1992, I gave my life to Jesus Christ. As Jesus worked on my heart, it became less about me and more about Him. Failure didn't drive me and drive who I was because I knew now that I was deeply loved by a God who made me, who knows me, who is willing to die for me. I still struggle today when I fail, but when I look up and see Him, I know that He loves me.